doing whatever, just because usually they have the public comments near the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, a lot of the time they will have public comments at the beginning, and
because the public has jobs and lives and things to do.
Yeah. So
but when they don't want to hear what you have to say,
then they're going to push it. Mm-hmm. And so that's what they did. They started off the public comments, but then they stopped it, and then they did all the normal fanfare that they do. We're going to give this proclamation to this person because they are just swell. And then they went on through the normal business, and then though Daphne waited close to 8 hours. It was a 7-hour meeting, but there was a 1-hour lunch break, so it was 8 hours. She waited 8 hours to be able to give her 5-minute piece. And
she was not prepared for this. She did not pack a lunch.
No, she had Altoids and a granola bar. Thanks, Rose. Yeah, yeah, and that was it. So she was very shaky. In fact, she was very upset when I showed up. Audio's a little bit goofy, a little bit tin sound to it, but you can hear it. And man, this girl gets passionate.
Anyone wishing to address the Board of County Commissioners, please step forward, identify yourself for the record. Let's see, how much should we give them? A minute? Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. You waited all day. We appreciate it.
I waited 8.5 hours.
We do appreciate it.
Because I love you guys, and I'm fighting for your freedom. My name is Daphne Lee. I'm the Clark County chapter head of PANDA. I'm also the Nevada State Director. And I'm not just representing myself here. I'm representing hundreds of citizens, not just in Clark County, but all over Nevada. I'm representing dozens of local businesses, including 2 casinos. We have endorsements from businesses. We have endorsements from casinos. People are worried about this, and I listened to Chris G. say today, justice delayed is justice denied, and those were beautiful words. And I saw today in my hours sitting here, you guys stand up for medicinal marijuana, which is still federally illegal, and you guys are taking the stand. And so I'm left here confused why we are not bringing my resolution to the agenda when it's already been passed by the City Council, 5-2. And what we are only doing is reaffirming the rights of due process for the citizens of this county and asking our police department to not assist in a federal agent coming in and taking someone without rights to due process. I don't understand why I'm being ignored on this. It's serious. Sorry. I've only had a granola bar and Altoids today. But I mean, really, you know, I'm here fighting for you guys too, and my children and our future. The National Defense Authorization Act that was passed December 31st, 2011, enacted, they were carefully, deceptively worded provisions that were tucked into an enormous military budgetary bill, signed into law quietly on New Year's Eve, and it codifies for the first time in our nation's history the indefinite detention of any person merely suspected, not convicted, okay, of committing a belligerent act against our government, including United States citizens. Far from any battlefield. Senator Graham said on the floor when he was arguing for these provisions that he now believes the United States is now part of the battlefield and the laws of war should apply here in our country because we are fighting an endless, nameless war on terror. Now, I'm going to tell you, the laws of war do not and cannot coexist with our Bill of Rights. It's not possible. They are 2 totally different animals. You cannot apply the laws of war to this country and expect for the Bill of Rights to be respected and upheld. It's not possible. Our president said in his own signing statement of this law, I have signed this bill despite having serious reservations with certain provisions that regulate the detention, interrogation, and prosecution of suspected terrorists. And he then went on to say, my administration will not authorize the indefinite detention of indefinite detention of American citizens.
You can keep going.
Thank you. Without trial. But just because he's promising that his administration will not do it, there is no guarantee that any future president, now that is granted these powers, will not abuse them. I mean, all you have to do is look through history. When you grant this kind of a power to the executive branch, which was never supposed to happen this way, we're all scared, okay, terrorism. Now we're like giving up all of our rights. The NSA is collecting all of your data, all of my data. There's streetlights on every single corner now monitoring us. Well, you guys, I was here when we passed the pilot program for the domestic drones. to be brought here to Nevada. We're watching our civil liberties being eroded away. And while I applaud a lot of the stuff that you guys do, I just can't understand. Commissioner Sisolak's the only person here who has sat down and talked to me about this. I've emailed all of you several times. I have been doing this for over a year. I'm just a mom, okay? I'm not gaining anything by doing this. I'm just a mom. I will be happy to sit down and go over the legalese. It's very deceptive. I've talked to senators, congressmen, judges, civil rights attorneys. I've gone through this for a year. I will sit down and talk to you guys about any concerns you have with this. To be honest with you, my own organization doesn't even think this resolution is strong enough, because all it is voicing dissent. It doesn't really do anything. It's non-compliance and it's voicing dissent. But it's a start, because if the congressmen and the senators in this state are going to vote for something like this, we have a duty to voice dissent that we do not agree. It's unconstitutional. Each of you took an oath of office. That's the first thing you do. And while all the stuff that you guys do every day, it is important. But our first duty is to protect the citizens' rights of this county. You guys, you represent me. So please, ask me questions. I will come in. I will spend hours with you. Whatever you need me to do, we have a legal team.
Commissioner Brager has a question.
I just want to say, please don't say you're just a mom. We're all here because of just a mom. So you are a mom that is doing what you think is so important for your children in the future, and that is an important task.
Thank you.
One day, somebody's going to have to say enough.